Here we are at Clothesline, the show where we wring them clean, string them up and put them to dry on the clothesline. The past week was full of red letter days. The 26th was Republic Day. The 30th was the anniversary of Gandhiji's death. But sandwiched in between them was this.
Rahul speaks to Arnab Goswami in the biggest political interview of 2014.
The biggest political interview of 2014. And 2014 has just begun. We understand that a promo is meant to generate hype, but we think this is a little premature. What's Times Now going to say if they land an even bigger interview? They promised us the year's biggest political interview. And this is what we got.
Narendra Modi calls you a Shehzada. Now let's be very specific, Rahul. Narendra Modi calls you a Shehzada. What is your view of Narendra Modi? A. B. Can the Congress party sustain its attack on Mr. Narendra Modi on this issue when he has been given the clean chit by the courts in the Gujarat riots?
At least we know who he was smiling at. According to this report by the DNA, it was Priyanka Didi and Jairam Ramesh. Now listen here, guys. That interview was the biggest parody of 2014. Clothesline now brings you the real interview. And remember, interview bhi ek soch hai.
Rahul, thank you very much. It's great to have you on the Frankly Speaking show today. If you're offered a hell of a lot of money, a tremendous amount of money, will you dance at weddings?
Everybody does this.
Will you consider sports administration? A colossus like you, a legend like you gets into sports administration, you can really make a difference. You can be the voice of the players and the voice of the sport.
I have no interest in going bald, even though it's looking pretty likely at this stage.
What have you been doing for 9.5 years?
I oversee a women's self-help group, and I chatting to them once.
You cannot do that to any woman.
I know I'm getting this response because of what my father did.
Food subsidy bill was a terrible idea, wasn't it?
Let me go back to the women for a bit.
Do you believe that strategy of your party is fundamentally wrong?
कांग्रेस पार्टी एक सोच है, एक सोच है, ये सोच हमारे दिल में है.
What? Take this non-acceptable line and throw it into the dustbin of our political discourse. Please throw it right away. It is the most unacceptable line anymore for the people of India.
I am the first person who has been saying over the last 5 years.
I'm incompetent and, I'm useless. The people of India will see that.
Do what you want, but don't claim to be otherwise. Give me an answer.
RTI, empower the women.
Give me an answer.
RTI, empower the women.
Give me an answer.
RTI, empower the women.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi, thank you very much for talking to me.
While we were really excited about the interview, one statement made by Rahul Gandhi set off a political firestorm.
Were congressmen involved?
Some congressmen probably were involved.
But has justice been delivered to them?
There is a legal process through which they have gone.
You admit some congressmen were probably involved?
Some congressmen have been punished for it.
In that case, why don't you apologize for the 1984 riots?
This triggered a backlash from the Sikh community as well as the Congress rivals. Some thanked Rahul for reopening the debate. Kejriwal asked for an SIT probe. The BJP did the same. But one man was certain about who deserved the credit for reopening the 1984 massacre debate.
Mr. Arnav, first of all, I must convey to you the feeling of the entire Sikh community, all settled everywhere in the world. They are thanking you, praising you that you have taken the courage to reopen this case, which was totally ignored during last 30 years. Thank you for this.
Arnab, it's always Arnab who brought Sanjeevni. It's Arnab who told Simran.
Ja Simran, ja ji le apni zindagi. Ja beta, ja.
And it was Arnab who won Kargil for us.
I know the Pakistani army is in a bad shape, but are your jail authorities also so bad at their job that 2 Indian prisoners are allowed to die? Not in a bad shape. That 2 Indian prisoners are allowed to die in 2 months? Your country is today a failed state. You are a bankrupt nation. You have no standing in the world.
Even the Big Bang, we think, may have been a Times Now impact. The interview was enough fodder for the next day's super prime time, even as Arnab's competitors pretended it had not happened. But on Times Now, the usual suspects were rounded up.
Chandan Mitra, Manish Tiwari, 1 minute please. Gentlemen, please cease fire tonight. Cease fire or Vinod Mehta will walk out of the show.
And then Arnab loses control and he can't stop laughing. Just listen. They even have to take him off camera.
I haven't had a chance to make the first sentence.
I'm trying to raise for the last 10 minutes.
Please, Chandan Mitra.
What is allowing?
Chandan Mitra, let Vinod
I keep putting up my finger like this. Nobody pays any
go
attention
ahead.
to me.
Go ahead.
Please keep these guys quiet. Please keep quiet. Please keep quiet. 1 minute, yaar. Be fair.
Continue.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Arnab, I haven't heard such loft. I haven't heard. Arey yaar, kya bole?
Go on.
Both in Gujarat and in.
Don't say Narendra Modi called a band.
Delhi.
How can a chief
In
minister call a
Delhi.
band? He was not
Please, yaar. Oh God.
Arnab, it's like doing this.
Hey, pumpkin. It's with the hat, dude. Your mom sew that for you? Oh my God.
That's not on Arnab. Poor Vinod Mehta. He's a senior journalist. His frustration really seemed to tickle Arnab's funny bone. But then again, his reaction when discussing the Rahul Gandhi interview is hardly unexpected. Brilliant move by the Congress Party's PR agency, putting Rahul Gandhi up against the toughest interrogator we have to show how tough Rahul is. It's like not fair. Then the ad agency comes up with a creative slogan, Main nahi hum. Did I say creative? I meant creatively stolen. From the BJP. While the Congress and the BJP fight it out over ownership of the slogan, Main nahi hum, we have a suggestion for the Aam Aadmi Party. इस देश में तकल्लुफ की संस्कृति है. पहले हम नहीं, पहले आप.
आप यहाँ आए इसलिए, आपने बुलाया इसलिए.
We've also been seeing this ad on TV.
चलो बेटा, रास्ते में ATM पे रोक लेना. रुक. यहाँ? हाँ. मैं 2 मिनट में आया. ये ATM कहाँ गया? चल बेटा, तेरी माँ को फोन लगाता हूँ. पता तो लगाऊं तेरी मौसी की फ्लाइट कितने बजे की? जी. अरे, पेजर, मोबाइल कहाँ गया? मोबाइल? फ्लाईओवर ले ले, जल्दी कर. इतना ट्रैफिक, ये फ्लाईओवर कहाँ गया? कौन सा फ्लाईओवर पापा? चल, मेट्रो लेते हैं. अरे, ये मेट्रो कहाँ गई? मेट्रो? चलो. अरे भाई साहब, यहाँ पे एक एयरपोर्ट होता था, एयरपोर्ट. बावड़ा हो गया क्या था वो? एयरपोर्ट यहाँ? अरे यार, हेलो, सुनो, वो नया वाला एयरपोर्ट तो यहाँ पे है ही नहीं.
उठो, एयरपोर्ट नहीं जाना.
हाँ, एयरपोर्ट, मेट्रोज, ATMs, बैंक्स, एक्सप्रेसवेज, इतना सब कुछ सिर्फ पिछले 10 सालों में.
10 years ago, wrong on facts.
अरे, ये मेट्रो कहाँ गई?
The metro? Sorry, 2002.
वो नया वाला एयरपोर्ट तो यहाँ पे है ही नहीं.
The airport existed. How else did Quattroki leave the country?
रुक. यहाँ? ये ATM कहाँ गया?
Maybe the Congress Party wasn't using ATMs, but they were there.
इतना ट्रैफिक, ये फ्लाईओवर कहाँ गया?
Flyovers? Ever heard of the defense colony flyover? It was there in the 70s. The Congress Party should just depend on Narendra Modi's Muh Boli Behen to do PR for them. For free. On a public platform. For free. Sitting next to Narendra Modi while doing so. For free.
बता चलो, तुमको पंडित जी बुला रहे हैं. मैं गई तो पंडित जी के आंखों में पानी था. वहाँ मिसेस गांधी भी थी. मुझे ढूंढते हुए इंदिरा गांधी जी आई और छोटे 2 बच्चे वो लेके आई. वो थे राजीव और संजय. मुझे वो लोग इतना प्यार करते थे.
We are forgiving her. How is she supposed to know? She's a singer. She's from Mumbai. For her, all politicians are alike, starting from Nehru, Indira Gandhi and Narendra Modi. How is she supposed to know the difference? Give her a break. For once, Arnab found himself locked in a battle to speak. This is Sabir Ali, who single-handedly does more damage to the already hated political class than the rest of Parliament put together. Because I'm also getting, I'm also having, I'm also wanting business classing.
If I am flying by business class,
whatever anybody is getting any facility in the business class, I'm entitled to get it.
What facility?
Number one. Number two,
no, 1 second.
Can you answer Arnav?
1 second. 1 minute. Now you answer my question. Don't get into the speech mode. Answer my question. Why do you want someone to carry your bag?
So Arnav,
why do you want someone to carry your bag?
You can't dictate.
Why do you want someone to carry your bag? Neither can you dictate. You tell me. You tell me, Mr. Sabir Ali. You tell me, Mr. Sabir Ali. Why should someone carry your bag? Why can't you stand in a line like the rest of the people? Why can't you? Why can't you?
Arna, you have to listen to me.
No, don't
You can't do both things. You can't do a question and answer together.
Vinod Mehta put one finger up and no one noticed him. But Sabir Saab knew better and mesmerized his guests with his spin actions. However, just when it looked like things would get out of hand, Arnab took a leaf out of Rahul Kanwal's book.
Sharmishta, make your point. Sabir Ali, calm down. We will take away every single freebie or privilege you're trying to get. Yes, Sharmishta. Sharmishta. Yes, Sharmishta.
My question is directed to all the politicians on the debate tonight.
When Sabir Ali was stopped in his tracks, Rahul Narvekar decided to step in with his bizarre analogy.
There are ambulances which have blue beacons on top of them. There are some ambulances which misuse these lights. That does not mean we can ban these lights totally.
An MP is not an ambulance.
Therefore, there are certain privileges which
if Derek O'Brien doesn't need them.
If there are any MPs who are misusing these facilities, we need to shame.
Oh God.
We need to shame such MPs.
Arnab was having no more of these light and sound analogies and resorted to a direct message for the MPs.
In that case, go buy a lal batti and you can put it on top of your heads and walk around by switching the light on, and then everybody will look at you and say, there goes a member of parliament.
When we talk about the battle against VIP culture, Arvind Kejriwal is one of the names that springs to mind. However, this week, Twitter got the better of him. Kejriwal retweeted Vishal Dadlani's tweet which read, "Stuck between a moron and a murderer. What now, India?" While some saw it as a harmless tweet, the BJP was outraged by the implications of it and demanded an apology, and the media was only too happy to cover it dramatically.
Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal could stir up a new storm with a controversial retweet on Twitter.
केजरीवाल के एक और ट्वीट पर आज हंगामा मच गया। कांग्रेस और बीजेपी दोनों ने आपत्ति जताई।
Guys, it's just a tweet. ना स्यापा और हंगामा दी कोई जरूरत नहीं सी. Whether he crossed the line or not, one thing is clear. The Aam Aadmi Party's political naivety that was speculated about before they came to power is now on display for all to see. And while a chief minister's tweet may be newsworthy, NDTV decided to misinterpret a tweet to make it newsworthy. Shah Rukh Khan tweeted, and I quote, "They say every day do one thing that scares you. Today was looking at the syllabus of IB, was mighty scared. Does it count?" Close quote. Now, when he says IB syllabus, he must, of course, be referring to the International Baccalaureate Program for schools. But NDTV, फिर पहुंच गए Clothesline पर. क्या यार, बार, give us a break. This is what NDTV put up on their website. The Intelligence Bureau syllabus is scary. Next time, if you're confused, call the man instead. He was at your 25th anniversary, so we know you definitely have his number. और अब Clothesline पे Vishnu Shom का number आ गया. On the buck stops here, Vishnu began the show by telling us the two main topics of discussion. The MNS's Gunda Raj vandalizing toll booths and Narendra Modi honouring Lata Mangeshkar at a ceremony in Mumbai. But soon after he had said that, Vishnu added a twist.
But first, our news break this evening, news coming in. Even as Narendra Modi races ahead with his campaign for the 2014 Lok Sabha election, the BJP and the RSS is abuzz with speculation on what lies next for senior leader LK Advani.
Arey, topic change ho gaya? We hope Vishnu didn't make the same mistake as Rahul Kanwal of catching his panelists off guard by changing the topic of the debate.
Joining me, Shaina NC, spokesperson of the BJP. Also with me now, Sanjay Jha of the Congress. Sanjay and Shaina, we were meant to be discussing something different. We'll get to that in a moment, but I need to get in some quick reactions.
Clearly, the panelists weren't aware of that change, but at least Vishnu only wanted a quick response from them. So Vishnu did have a quick discussion with them for 40 minutes, after which he finally decided to put the confusion aside and move on to the main focus of the show, the MNS Gunda Raj.
Bharat Kumar Rao, do you agree with what the MNS is saying? Do you accept this strategy?
Listen, first let me explain the whole thing to you and clarify something. I was invited to attend and participate this show on the issue of Lata Mangeshkar's celebration of Mere Watan Ke Logo. I was not told that this is the issue on which I am supposed to speak. So first, let me tell you that I am not prepared, I am not ready to issue.
No, I realize that. I realize that. I'm just asking you as a quick reaction.
What? No. Bharatji, don't get tempted by Vishnu's quick response trap. It takes a long time to get out of it. Nearly 40 minutes. Vishnu Som reminds me of an evil substitute teacher who walks into the class and announces to the kids, today we will have a surprise test and you will have to respond quickly. Moving on from changing debate topics to changing the news itself, we've seen a lot of sensationalism in news and the same news being reported from different angles. But what we rarely see is a news anchor admitting that news is sometimes changed to be something else.
Creativity क्या है?
सिर्फ जैसे creativity आप election manifesto में देखते हैं, उसी creativity को आप translate करते हैं marketing में.
उसको आप मैनिफेस्टो को आप कुछ और बना देते हैं, जैसे हम खबर को कभी-कभी कुछ और बना देते हैं. ठीक है.
On Clothesline, there's a first time for everything, and we must compliment Ravish for being one of the first anchors to acknowledge that news is often changed to something else by taking creative liberties. But he knows better. No wonder Ravish hosts some of the most important, informed news debates.
कुर्ता नहीं है वो अलग बात है. आपके नेता के पास एक ही सादा कुर्ता है, इनके नेता के पास ज्यादा एक ही रंग अलग है. एक ही दर्जी का गांधी जी एक ही कुर्ता के साथ. ठीक है. हाँ, ये कौन पता है कि 100 सफेद कुर्ते हो सकते हैं. ठीक है.
Maybe not in this case. Creativity के साथ news को कुछ और ही बना दिया. But hey, you can't say he didn't warn you. One person who created quite a stir in the media was Maharashtra's Women's Commission member Asha Mirje. According to Madam Mirje,
for it, and उसमें मैंने मराठी में बोला था काही अंशी some part, क्योंकि हम ट्रांजिट पीरियड में है, कायदे बन रहे हैं, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हो रहा है, पर हम ट्रांजिट पीरियड में है.
What is the some part, ma'am? Can you define what that some part is? Is it some percentage like 5%, 10%, 20%? It's going to be a woman's fault.
I defined it as a 20%.
Now, if instead of saying this in front of a journalist, if she'd only said this to the upholder of all things good and moral.
दो रीजन है. एक, कर ले तहकीकात, एक काम कर, अपनी भी करा ले तहकीकात. ठीक है, हमारे 19 करोड़ पे नजर है.
Or to his terrific twin.
लड़की चाहे कुछ भी पहने या ना पहने, कुछ भी जेस्चर करे या ना करे, कुछ भी बोले या ना बोले, कैसी भी हरकत करे, ड्रंक हो ना हो, कुछ भी हो, nothing provokes rape other than a rapist mind.
Now we have some good news for you, dear viewers. According to a Yale University survey, Delhi has overtaken Beijing to become the world's number one polluted city. It is believed that at its worst, air pollution levels in Delhi were 60 times higher than the level considered safe this winter. Now our netas will say, how can you blame us for being corrupt when there is so much corruption in the air? Poor joke. The situation in China was also pretty severe, with the smog even threatening the lives of many, but you wouldn't think so from some of the media coverage.
We now head to China, where the country's state broadcaster is taking a page from BuzzFeed and using catchy headlines in an attempt to change public opinion about smog. China's central television chose instead to release a list of the 5 surprising benefits of smog. Let's take a look. It unifies the Chinese people. That's number 1. Number 2, it makes China more equal. Number 3, it raises citizen awareness of the cost of China's economic development. Number 4, it makes people funnier. Number 5, it makes people more knowledgeable of things like meteorology and the English word haze.
The Chinese government, of course, tried to push a different message through the state media by actually trying to brand the smog as a good thing.
A Chinese state paper just reported that smog can also be a strategic weapon on the battlefield. The paper said, quote, smog may affect people's health and daily lives, but on the battlefield it can serve as a defensive advantage in military operations.
As ridiculous as that might sound, we must say it's very creative, something that Ravish would appreciate as well. But our very own Z News got even more creative with their show Loktantra Ka Makeover Bharat Bhagya Vidhata, in which they set out to compare India and China.
कहते हैं कि किसी भी जगह की साफ सफाई की सबसे सही तस्वीर वहाँ का टॉयलेट बयां कर सकता है. अगर यहाँ पर आप देखें तो ये ऑटो एयर फ्रेग्रेंस डिस्पेंसर है ताकि टॉयलेट के अंदर बास नहीं आए. प्रॉपर वेंटिलेशन हर तरफ से किया गया.
कॉमनवेल्थ खेलों के बाद
इन टॉयलेट्स की सफाई की जिम्मेदारी, इनके रख रखाव की जिम्मेदारी कुछ निजी कंपनियों को दी। ना यहाँ पानी है, ना यहाँ सफाई है, और यहाँ बदबू इतनी कि अंदर मैं अब बहुत ज्यादा देर तक रुक नहीं सकता हूँ।
स्कूल का नाम बाउडिंग नंबर 17 मिडिल स्कूल। तो आइए, छात्र और स्टाफ हमारा इंतजार कर रहे हैं, अंदर चलते हैं।
यहाँ अगर आप स्कूल के बाहर खड़े रहें तो एक चौकीदार, एक दरबान खड़ा होता है, और उससे अगर आप पूछें कि आपको अंदर जाना है, इस स्कूल के बारे में कुछ जानना है, बच्चों से बात करनी है, तो वो आपको अंदर दाखिल नहीं होने देगा।
लेकिन जो दिखाना चाहता हूँ आपको इस जगह से, ये 3 टियर का सिस्टम है, 3 मंजिला एक तरह से अगर आप देखें।
अब आइए दिल्ली, देश की राजधानी। देख रहे हैं आप उस तरफ की सड़क में इतना लंबा और इतना दूर तक खिंचा हुआ ट्रैफिक आपको इसलिए दिख रहा है क्योंकि आगे कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम है।
One thing is clear. You cannot walk around China with a camera on your own. You're given a tour guide and he takes you to specific places. This guy didn't realize that he was shown showpieces. Wake up! We'd like to question whether the reporter went around on his own and shot whatever he liked, whenever he liked, or was he taken to these places? The India Today magazine, we said last time, shot up in our estimation with this cover. But can they hold that position with us? No. Because now they've printed an advertorial from Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh Ji Insa. Wow, a name that covers all religions. This is a translation of the advertorial, in quotes. Homosexuality a curse. Homosexual relations are more violent as compared to heterosexual relations. It causes erosion of moral values, and they don't even spare animals to fulfill their sexual needs, close quote. The Hindi version of India Today doesn't seem to know what the English version is doing. Or maybe they don't even care. And the BJP struck gold with Bappi Lahiri joining them.
अटल जी को प्रणाम, अडवाणी जी को प्रणाम, राजनाथ जी के सपने होंगे साकार, करेंगे मोदी जी चमत्कार.
But this is our favorite.
Don't say goodbye. We love you. We remember you. Wherever you are. Wherever you are.
Well, that's a wrap for the week.
Don't say
goodbye. Chains and all. Okay, follow us on Twitter and Facebook and subscribe to our newsletter. If you have any moments from journalism that made you go, oh wow, or oh crap, write into us or tweet to us. We are the change. You are the change, for better or worse. Never do nothing. Stay connected, stay online.